Hello, good morning everyone. Today we are going to see OSUNIX lab session 12. In the previous topic we have studied the various conditional statements with various examples. In today's topic we will study the various loops which can be used in shell scripting. So the types of loops available to shell programmers are while loop, for loop, until loop and select loop. First one we will see while loop. So this is the syntax of while loop. So in a while loop, first the condition will be tested here in a square brackets. You need to check the condition in a square brackets. This is a keyword, and do indicates this is the beginning of the loop, and done indicates this is the end of the loop. And in between you have here a set of commands. It will execute the set of commands if the condition is true. And also take care that whenever you are using the condition, there must be the space before square bracket and after square bracket there must be space, otherwise it gives error. Flowchart of while loop. So first here condition will be tested. So if this condition is true, it will execute do statement, that is a set of commands. If this condition is true, then again once more it is going to check for the condition. So this part will get executed until the condition is true. So whenever the condition becomes false, it will come out of the loop and it will execute the next part. We'll see the example. So we are going to print here the numbers from 1 to 10. For simple examples we'll see. So this is the first line to begin with your programming shell scripting. So in a variable counter, you initialize the value 1, and to fetch the values from the variables, always you need to use the dollar. So in a counter 1, in a counter variable 1 is stored, and we are comparing here less than equal to. L is nothing but it is less than equal to. So we are comparing here whether 1 is less than equal to 10. And our condition is true and it is going to print, see echo we are used. That means on the screen it is going to print the value counter. So on the screen it is going to print the value 1. Then we are going to increment here. So this is one way to increment the value of counter. Now earlier it was 1, now it is going to become 2. Then our condition is not false. So from done it is going to go back to the condition again. Now this time the counter value is 2. Now it is going to check the 2 with the value 10. Yes, it is less than equal to 10. Same thing, it is going to come here. It is going to print the value 2. Now it is going to increment. This time the value is going to be 3. Now again the condition is not false. So again it is going to go back to the while loop. This time the value is going to be 3. It is going to compare 3 value with the 10. Yes, 3 is less than equal to 10. It is going to print the value 3 now in the counter. Now 3 is stored. Then so it goes on printing like this way until the condition is true. So when the condition is going to become false, when you have your value 11. So when the counter variable value becomes 11, condition is going to be false and it is going to print on the screen all done. So this is your output. So run it and compile and execute it. So it will print the value from 1 to 10, and when the value of counter is 11, it is going to come out of the loop and print all done. Next example we'll see to display the numbers between 1 to 100. So in a variable I, we have initialized the value 1. So in a variable I, what is there? 1 is there, and less than equal to, say again LE means less than equal to 100. Use your spaces. Don't forget that, otherwise it gives error. So it is going to enter the loop and it is going to print the first value, that is 1. This is another way to increment the value of I. You can also use in this way, I is equal to $I plus 1. You can also increment in this way. Then it will go back to the while loop Now this time the I value is going to be 2. So it is going to execute this. It is going to print the value of I on the screen until the condition is false. So when the condition is going to become false, now it is less than equal to. So when the condition is 101, then the condition is going to become false and it is going to come out of the loop. So the values from 1 to 100, it is going to print on the screen. It is going to show on the screen. Another example we will see. Shell script to accept a number and reverse it. So you are going to accept a number from a user. Now whatever the number is accepted, that number you are going to reverse. Now suppose you accepted the number 123, and when you reverse this, it should become 3, 2, 1. Now to exchange this, to make the number reverse, we need here 3 variables. In the reverse variable, we are initialized to 0. Remainder variable at the beginning, we are initialized to 0. This is the original value. Okay, in OR variable, you are storing the original value, that is 123. We are using this variable at the end to compare the number. Next we have here while loop. So we are checking here the number which the user has entered, whether it is greater than 0. Yes, the number is greater than 0. So if the number is greater than 0, then only it is going to enter the loop and it is going to execute this part. Okay. So now whenever you are performing the mathematical expressions, you need to use here the keyword EXPR. Expression, it means expression. So this is also another way to use to perform the mathematical calculation in Unix Linux shell scripting. Okay, later in detail we will study about this EXPR. So this is just one way to, whenever you are using any calculation part, you need to use this. So this is $A, where the value is stored 123 modulus 10. So you are going to divide this and remainder you are going to store. So 123, you are going to first divide it by 10. First you are going to divide it by 10, and whatever is the remainder, that remainder will be stored in the remainder value after dividing. Then you are going to calculate further part, reverse. Okay, in a shell scripting multiplication you are going to use in this way /star. So this is nothing but reverse into 10 plus remainder, and that part will be stored here, and then that original number, whatever the division you have done, divided by 10, quotient, whatever the answer you have got here, like 1, 2, whatever the answer you have got, that will be stored in this A. So this goes on repeating until the condition is false. When the condition is false, your reverse number will be stored in this reverse, and your original number will display. This is original number and this is your reverse number. So after calculation, so trace this program, how this program is going to work, trace this one by one, step by step, and you can get the answer. So this is the another way to use this expression. See, we use the keyword here EXPR. So another way to use this same statement is in this way. See here, we need to, this is just comment, hash indicates it is a comment line, hash indicate it is a comment line. See here, dollar, double, rounded brackets, $A, modulus 10, and the remainder will be stored here. This is also same statement. So we have used here rounded double brackets. You are not used here EXPR keyword. Next we'll see for loop. So this is the syntax of for loop. So there is various syntax of the for loop. So this is one way. This is the keyword for. This is the variable which you want to use. Again this is a keyword and the list. Okay. So how many values you are going to test for the loop, that you are going to specify as a list. And then a set of commands. So beginning of for loop you are going to indicate with do, and ending of for loop is also going to be indicated with done statement. Done keyword it is. So examples. So So this is the first example. Begin with the #bin. See here, this is the variable I, this is the keyword, and the list. This is the list. So you are going to test this I value for 5 values: 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So at the beginning in I, what value will be stored? At the beginning in I, it will fetch first value. It will take first value and it will print on the screen welcome $I. What is stored in I? 1. So it will print on the screen welcome 1 times. Again it will go. Now it will fetch second value. Now this time in I, what is stored? 2 is stored. So it will print welcome 2 times. Again it will go to the for loop. This time it will fetch 3. Then similarly 4 it is going to fetch. Then similarly 5. Now again when it will go back, there are no list here. There are no numbers here. So it is going to come out of the loop. So it is going to print 5 times the values. This is another example. See, same we have used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same numbers we have used. Now here we have used the different statement $sum plus I. So it is going to add sum value plus I and it is going to store in sum. And when the condition is false, it is going to come out, and whatever is stored in the sum, it is going to display on the screen. So even this, it keeps on repeating until this all list is checked. There is another way to use the for statement, for loop. So this is another way. For keyword, in is also keyword, and this is the range from 1 to 5. So this indicates the beginning value, that is start value, and this indicates end value. So the list is from 1 to 5, and in between you are going to use here 2 dots. So this is the range. Start value is 1 and end value is 5. So between 1 to 5, it is going to test the loop and it is going to print 5 times on the screen. Now in this loop you can also use, in this loop the value can be also, the beginning value can be also greater than the end value. So in this, if the beginning value is greater than end value, then it is going to decrement automatically. It is going to decrement by 1. Okay. See, if you take here 1 to 5, automatically it is going to increment by 1. Now when you take here 5 to 1, automatically it is going to decrement by 1. So whenever at the beginning, if it sees larger value than the end value, it go on decrementing by 1. See this one example. Beginning line and for, this is the variable. So first value it is going to fetch. So in a value 10 is stored now. So it is going to print on the screen the value 10. Now what is the next value now? It is going to go back to the for loop. See next value it is going to, you can see here 2. So by default, if you don't specify here 2, it is going to decrement by 1 value. It is going to decrement by 1 value. But if you want to decrement it by more than 1 value, like 2 or 4, you need to specify here. You need to specify here. Now we have specified here 2. So this is one way to specify there. You can see here 2 dots are used. So this is the start value and this is the end value, and this value indicates by how much it should increment, Now as this is larger, so it is going to decrement now. This is going to be decrement by 2. See here, this is the first value, this is the output, and then next time when it goes, automatically it is going to decrement by 2 and it is going to take value 8. And it is going to print the value 8. Next time again when it goes back, this time again it is going to decrement by 2 and this time the value is going to be 6. And it will print on the screen the value 6. and when it reaches the end value 0, then it is going to come out of the loop. When the condition is going to be false, it is going to come out and it is going to print all done. See, now this is another way. Now here we have starting value is 0 and this is the end value. Now if you want to increment by 2, now this is going to be increment. So it will increment by 2 and it will print on the screen the value of $I. So first value of $I is 0, second value of $I is 2, then 4 and so on. See, this is your output till 10. Until the condition is false, it keeps on repeating. Let us see another example. First statement. Now we have used here one variable names and there we have used three words. This is the first word, second word and third word. And we have specified that in a single quotes. Now this is your keyword for and this is a variable. This is a variable. And what is stored in names? In names, DMS, CCA, colleges too. So in a variable, it is going to fetch first word. In a variable name, it is going to fetch first word. First word is what? DMS. So it is going to fetch first word DMS and it is going to print on the screen DMS. Still the condition is not false because all the words has to be fetched. So when there are no words, automatically will come out of the loop. Again it is going to go back, it is going to fetch now second word. Now second word it is going to fetch CCA and it is going to print on the screen CCA. Third word it is going to fetch college and it is going to print on the screen college. Now there further there is no words. So it will come out of the loop and it will print all done. See, this is your output. DMS, CCA, college, all done. So this is another syntax of for loop. So you can use for loop in this way also, like how we use in C programming and data structure or C++ or in Java. So same way we can also use in Unix Linux shell scripting. This is expression 1. Expression 2 and expression 3 and a set of commands and end of loop. So this is the way to use the loop. See, you have taken the variable C in the variable 1. In the variable C you assign the value 1 and it is going to check this condition till the C value is equal to 5 and then it is going to increment by 1. So, and on the screen it is going to print the values of C. At the first it is going to print one value, it is going to increment. So till 5 it is going to print the values till 5 because it is C is less than equal to 5. So till 5 it is going to print. When the C value become here 6, it is going to come out of the loop. See, this is the output till 5 times 1 to 5. So in today's session we have finished while loop and for loop. In the next session, we'll see the remaining part. Thank you.